Hello and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2. Last episode we finally got out of that one impossible fight with a bit of cheating, and yeah, currently our... oh, it's not bugged anymore. Well, it still kinda is. But like our constitution is decreased, I don't know why, and last episode it kinda stopped showing it up here, but it was still decreased, so... it might be bugged, I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's not, and hopefully we will reunite with our party soon, so I don't have to cheat through this anymore. I know people are always like, oh yeah, like cheating, it's so great, but no, I actually am not a fan of it. It's fun once, usually, but after that it gets kind of boring.
This Shadow Reaver may seem a difficult foe, but hold your ground! And reinforcement shall be here soon.
Yeah, it's like, I remember one time I explored Morrowind and got like super OP, as most people do, but it was fun for like 5 minutes. Then I was just kind of bored with it. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, can I hit? Ah, he can hit me through the door too. What if I just move away? Oh, he can open the door. Oh, shit. What is going on right now? Am I paralyzed or something? I think I am. Yeah, you know what? We will have to do this with debug mode. One RS kill, because we don't have enough HP to do anything. Can I like get out of here, please?
Assassins. They sent assassins here. So this is how this enemy fights, with shadows instead of cold steel.
Are you alright, Lord Nasher?
I am unharmed, though I should see to the men stationed on the walls and in the keep. This King of Shadows, his forces are powerful. Is that the Rod of Never you carry? Let me see it. I had heard the rod rested below, but none have been able to enter Lord Halloweth's tomb. It seems the ancient alarms of the keep open the way.
I really hope I'm not missing any items now.
With this rod, I should be able to open some of Castle Never's oldest secrets. It seems some good has come from this surprise attack. I think this enemy fears to face us on the field of battle. He fears to face Neverwinter and all its knights, and that now includes you. You have earned this through your deeds, the title of Knight in Service to Neverwinter.
Thank you, my lord, my king.
Don't thank me yet. I haven't given you your orders.
My lord, there are certain rites for inducting knights that must be...
Naval, I knighted you at Redfellow's Watch in the mud with orcs surrounding us. Ceremonies can wait. Now bow and be knighted.
A knight of Neverwinter is entitled to land, a keep, and forces, my lord.
And he shall have them. But you, Knight Captain, and your efforts here, you have served Neverwinter beyond the call of duty, risking your life not once, but several times without hesitation. If there is anything that I think will be the light against this shadow that comes against us, it is you and the fortress I have granted you. I offer you an honor. To become one of the Neverwinter Nine, the protectors of Neverwinter, the surrounding lands, and most importantly, its people.
I am grateful, and I accept, Lord Nasher.
Very well. For your efforts at Crossroad Keep and your battles against these minions of Shadow, I convey upon you the mantle of one of the Neverwinter Nine.
And a much-deserved title it is, Knight Captain. We welcome you into our ranks.
But on to the matters at hand. You have done more to halt this beast's advance than any of my knights. When he strikes, you are there to counter it, but that is no longer enough. I am tired of waiting for this enemy to strike. I want you to find this King of Shadows. I want this beast to answer for the blood of every guardsman slain here tonight. If he crosses Neverwinter again, I want it to be the last time. To the servants of Neverwinter here before me, all fighting men of Neverwinter must take to the field to face this foe. You have seen one of its servants, and as terrible as it may seem, it can be beaten, and so can our enemy. You must spread the word. Help your neighbors to evacuate their homes as we fortify the walls of Neverwinter. We cannot allow our people to be placed in jeopardy. We alone must face this threat. Go now, and do what you can to prepare for the coming battle.
I will, Lord Nasher.
And so a strategy must be formed. These Reavers, whatever these things of Shadow are, there is no way the Grey Cloaks can fight them. If our enemies cannot be killed.
They are pawns only. Powerful, yes, but not the true threat. The base that the enemy is striking from. If we cannot reach it, then we cannot take the battle to him. He can send his soldiers out without fear of counterattack, and there is nothing we can do but fall back.
Even if these ruins could be reached, we still need more men. Between the plague and the war with Luskan.
Then we will gather more men, but not just men. This enemy threatens not just us. We must make allies, and we must do so quickly. There is much to be done, I think. But I have faith in your efforts. It is said that the captain of Crossroad Keep is the lord of the manor in all but name. Now, I've named it for you. But it will not be enough. I am in need of answers, information, and as many soldiers as you can gather. I need to know how these Shadow Reavers can be killed, and how I can reach their master.
And we need allies wherever they can be found, from all the races, all the peoples. This is not our war, it is theirs, whether they know it or not.
Where can allies be found?
There are old alliances that Neverwinter had years ago, in the days before I took the crown. I need you to reforge these alliances. Without more troops, this battle is already lost. A clan of dwarves, the Iron Fist clan, is said to have returned to their clanhold in Old Owl Well after the pass was liberated by Neverwinter. Perhaps they would be grateful enough to aid us in the coming battle. But we cannot count on them being able to join the effort. And even so, there is still the matter of the King of Shadows.
What about the lizard men?
The lizard men of the mare? What of them?
Will they fight for us?
Well, they are being attacked by the King of Shadows, so it might be worth a try.
I do not think any lizard man would be quick to come to the aid of Neverwinter, even if we could speak with them.
Yet, if they would join us, they know the terrain, perhaps even know about more of the movements of the King of Shadows through the Mere. If you think you can contact them and persuade them to help us, then may the gods smile upon you. Such allies might give us the edge we need.
Well, there must be some way to reach the King of Shadows' stronghold.
My lord, I believe Aldenon is already searching for a means by which we can reach the King of Shadows' stronghold.
Half the task will be him finding it, and the second task will be trying to understand him when he explains it.
True. How can I find out how to defeat the Shadow Reavers?
We asked the enemy. We still have some of the Arcane Brotherhood in our dungeons. Let them provide us with answers. See to it.
Alright, I shall see to it at once.
Then I shall leave you both to these preparations. I must attend to the troops and the war effort. You are to attend to the King of Shadows. Of all our knights, no one has a greater chance of finding his weakness than you. I shall gather our forces, but you must show me where we must march. Return to Crossroad Keep and begin preparations. Naval will go to assist you, and he will remain there as long as needed. Now, go!
So be it. Alright. Let's go. Through the loading screen, hopefully. At some point. Ah. Of course. First off, let me do debug mode 0. Second of all, let me rest so we may regain our health. And third of all, we should save the game. There we go. Alright. Hello y'all, how you doing?
We heard about what happened at Castle Never, the attack. It's good to see you're all right.
To attack Castle Never? The King of Shadows? Garius? Oh, they're getting bold, they are.
So, did you get any gold along with the knighting ceremony? I mean, not that you'd carry it with you, since I already checked your pockets and your bags.
What efforts are being made in the war? Will Nasher commit his forces? And what of Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance?
Know that word of all of this has traveled before the Kalakcha. Our duty is to carry the battle to the King of Shadows, his servants, and gather others who feel the same.
Well, Nasher asked me to bolster Crossroad Keep's forces by forming alliances.
Alliances are made to be broken. If agreed to at all, good luck trying to get anyone to join our side in these times.
Clan Iron Fist will help. They may take some convincing, but they wouldn't back down from a fight if they thought it was just.
The lizard folk should not be ignored. They once made their homes in the Mare, and the King of Shadows has driven them out.
The lizards?
Their history with settlements along the Mare is bloody, but they are fiercely territorial and are likely to hate the King of Shadows even more.
And we could look at last for the Wendersnaven.
Oh, gods.
No, they're not gods. They're the Wendersnaven. They exist, even if you can't see them with the eye, or touch them. They see all, know all, and have incredible powers. If they are on our side, we have a good chance of winning.
Oh, really? And how do we find something you can't see or touch and most likely exists in your head?
There's 2 sages at Portlast that are said to know something of the Wendersnaven. We could ask them.
Then it seems we have a number of roads open to us, and an army to build.
Well, we also have to find a way to kill the Shadow Reavers.
No, that will not be easy. Every time they are struck down, they reform. The only losses in battle with them will be ours.
There must be a way. Evil always has a weakness. We just have to find it.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? The thing is, how long do you look and where?
Pardon me, but sometimes these things come to you. I mean, we can't be the only ones the Reavers have threatened or hurt. We already have crossed paths with a bunch of allies and people and sorcerers and sages we never even knew before. And we did much of that through serendipity. So have a little faith. Maybe an answer will come to us.
Know that this may be the best we can hope for. We should search, but the problem of the Reavers may be one that only time can aid us with.
And we have to find some way to penetrate the claimed lands and strike directly at the King of Shadows.
The claimed lands kill all life that enter it. We wouldn't be able to reach the King of Shadows in time. The movement through the Mare is never swift, even in the best of times.
If there's a path at all, we'd still need to know where we were going. And even then, we'd probably die getting there.
I don't think there's an easy path. As much as I hate to say it, I think we should ask Aldenon for advice on this.
Alright. Let's do all of it then. But first we save once more, so we don't have to go through the dialogue again. And let's visit the inn. Why am I so slow? Because I have stuff, alright. I'm full of stuff. I guess I just drop it off in here. We have our old cloak. We can drop that one. Ceremonial Sword of Neverwinter. This is pretty good, I want to keep it. I think, but we'll just drop it for now. And equip our trusty mace again. And this tunic is a light armor. Only usable by Neverwinter Nights. I suppose we should spec into that. That's like one of the prestige classes. I think. Would make sense to have it. We have these 2 rings we can sell. And yeah. Why are we still so slow? Because of the tunic? I guess. Oh, we can drop off some of the alchemy stuff as well. Like iron golem fragments. And demon blood. And height. Do these weigh anything? No. Does weigh anything? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, these weigh a bit. We are still over the limit. What does this tunic even do? It's actually kinda nice, but it's light armor. I will just drop it for now. And now we are much lighter already, alright. And our constitution is no longer bugged. Perfect, alright. Now, what do we do first, I wonder? We should talk to Aldernon first while we are here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Also, let's talk to the Master. Instruction is complete, Captain. I am eager to hear what you want us to do next. I want to rebuild something. Yes, I have some good news. Since Nasher has made you official owner of this keep, you now command the resources of all the quarries in this region. You now have access to the material needed to rebuild those 2 eyesores in the courtyard, the tower and the old church. Before I leap in and rebuild them though, you'll need to determine what use you'll want to put them to. Perhaps you can question people on the keep about what's needed. Okay, nothing for now. Oh, who are you? Ah, that's the guy from Luskan. Wait, please, Captain. I've been waiting to extend to you an invitation from Luskan. We had pressing business, which does not include invitations from Luskan. At this time, I'll thank you to step aside. Very good. Yes, fine. I'll just wait then. And why are we getting teleported? Huh? Oh, okay. Hey, Aldernon. What are you doing, old friend? Oh, well met, well met. I say, there sure are a number of visitors dropping by of late. Ah, Aldernon, I heard you have found something. No doubt something I'd want to hear, since it will no doubt put my life in jeopardy soon enough. Oh, well, yes, I do have news, you see. I've made some progress in finding a way to breach the claimed lands and enter the Vale of Merlin. One of 3 challenges of 3. What is the remaining obstacle? Getting there, you see, is the problem. To do that, we'd need to create a portal. And then tell that portal where to create its other end. Can't just have it appear anyway, no, it has to appear in the Vale. And how would we do both of those things? What do you need to create a portal that's large enough? Well, when Garius invited me to his keep... Kidnapped. Oh, yes. When Garius invited me, one of the tomes he had me translate was a fascinating work called the Tome of Ilkazar. Garius has the tome? Yes, he was using it to transport legions of blade golems to and from the Vale of Murder Lane. There's no reason we couldn't use the tome to create the same portal, and use it to hop into Murder Lane as if we were golems. Except that Garius, or one of the Shadow Reavers, has the tome, and is probably using it to control the golems. Yes, but that's a minor inconvenience, barely worth to mention. One of many which I'm sure we'll be able to overcome. Tell me about your breakthrough. Well, you see, you won't turn into zombies once you enter the Vale of Murder Lane, which I think is quite a good omen. Omens aren't good by definition, Aldanon. Oh, of course they are, especially with a little milk and duskwood jam. But you see, the life-draining effect of the King of Shadows isn't stronger in the center as I expected. It seems to be strongest at the edges of his territory, where it spreads outwards. So, while you couldn't walk there, if we could hop over the wall, so to speak, then that would give you your best chance at striking at the King of Shadows. Ah, okay. Why would that be? I am not sure, only that it is true. The King of Shadows' hunger is less at the Vale and stronger near the border of the claimed lands. It may be because he's already drained the life from the Vale outwards. More life around the edges, so maybe that's where the effect is concentrated, kind of like the delicious icing on a foul dark cake. Okay, so you mentioned that was the first challenge. Getting there, you see, is the problem. Yeah, we already had that. I thought enough, let's go. Alright. But before we go fully, we should open this door and... There's a Cracklow, Cassavir... Where is the woman? What's her name? Kana, there she is. Hey Kana. Kana, hello. I have informed the men that their captain has been knighted. The keep is now not only yours by duty, but by right as well. When we first met, I couldn't tell that greatness was inside you. As always, I am honored to serve you. I hope you don't mind, sir, but while you were away, I sought to recruit craftsmen to fill needs in Crossroad Keep that have become increasingly important in these dangerous times. The Cracklows have been complaining for some time about the poor state of their weaponry, so I've recruited a weaponsmith, Jacoby. You can find him setting up a shop in the courtyard. Penton is a miner who comes highly recommended from Old Owl Well. His team can gather minerals from ore veins that you come across in your travels. The smiths need this ore to improve the arms of your Cracklows. You can find Penton at his camp in the farm. I was not able to secure an armor smith as most are busy gearing Lord Nasher's main army. I've heard Highcliffe has a skilled blacksmith. With the troubles in the south, it may take a little urchin to lure him to Crossroad Keep. Or maybe a service, Knight Captain. Give him your report. Alright, oh, we have an income now, that's nice. Alright. Yeah. Fortifications are repaired, land security is low. Maybe you should work on that first. Let's go back outside. Now we should talk to the blacksmith and the miner.
I see the moon has been at your back. You look well.
Dagon! It has been a long time. Where have you been?
The mare has grown dark, and many villagers needed help in leaving before it was too late. And I have sought the scent on the breeze to learn of the Dark Hunter, King of Shadows. More can still be learned in the mare, but I have discovered something and had to tell you at once.
Tell me what? If it's about West Harbor, I know. I saw it destroyed.
I heard one of the scouts was asking about me. Oh, well met. You're Dagon, aren't you? Your son has...
I am Dagon, yes. And you are Eleni, of the Circle of the Mare.
Once of the Circle, yes. What do you want?
You're here for her?
Try to hold in your scorn. I almost missed it.
It does concern her.
That's not how I meant that.
It concerns you both. As I hounded the trail of the Dark Hunter and his minions, I came across something I thought lost. The druids of our lands, the Circle of the Mare, still live.
That's impossible. You're mistaken. If they were alive, I would know.
I can only venture to the swamp for brief periods of time.
Can you
The
please
reeds
get
and
off
waters
the
feast on
screen,
the living now. I followed the druids, and they had a ritual I think sustained them, even in the claimed lands.
The Circle! They must have found a way to restore part of the mare. Keep it from the influence of the shadows. If so, we need to find them. They can tell us more about what's happening in the mare than anyone. And if we can get them to ally with us, we may even be able to stop what the King of Shadows is doing to the land itself.
If these druids are as powerful as you say, they would make valuable allies.
That was my thought as well. Thank you for understanding.
Then you must make haste at once, if this is your course of action.
Thanks for bringing us this information, Father.
No gratitude is necessary. We are at war and it must be done. I will mark the location on your map. As for now, I have other duties in the defense of the Sword Coast and this keep, and I must see to them.
Ah, Dagon, joyful
Your
as
father's not one
always.
for showing emotion, is he? It's difficult to see how he raised you, and you turned out so different.
Dagon has a good heart. He sacrificed much to raise me properly.
He certainly did. I, for one, am pleased with the results. Regardless, we need to find the Circle. But as for reaching the location, that could be difficult.
I thought I heard the cries of a damsel in distress. Someone had to fill Chandra's role, eh?
Bishop, this doesn't concern you, so stop spying on us.
My dear, with you around, it pays to be extra watchful. I like to keep an eye out to make sure you aren't trying to play our leader for a fool. And because you don't always fasten your robes as tightly as you should, sometimes I catch a glimpse of other secrets.
Bishop, I suggest you watch your tongue and better keep your mouth shut. Really, really hard right now.
Oh, I will. But before you reprimand me, why don't you find out if you need a guide first, since your father seems so anxious to get away from you? So where are these friends of yours, Druidess? I'm sure we're all dying to know where they rabbited off to.
They're in the Mare, along the northwestern reaches, near the settlements the orcs attacked many years ago during their incursion into Neverwinter.
I suspected that might be one of the places. As for the incursions, it wasn't just orcs. That's near an area the King of Shadows isn't likely to have claimed. Yet. Might be a good staging area to look for your dead druid friends.
Dagon says they're alive.
Maybe for now. Still, if you want to go, I can guide you to a safe port on the edge of the marsh.
All right. That would be welcome.
Did you just offer to help, Bishop? I'm not sure I heard you right.
It's not me you should be suspicious of, but that's up to you. And it doesn't sound like we've got much time. Something tells me those friends of yours may have to move around a lot if they want to avoid the shadows.
Yes. Bishop's probably right.
All right then, I'll set out now. I'll start scouting the path, and join up with you only when need be. It'll save us all a lot of time.
Pardon me, Captain, but if I could just, have a moment of your time.
If you don't want a dagger between your ribs, I suggest you ask for alms elsewhere.
That poor guy from Luskan. On the other hand, he's a guy from Luskan, so who really cares? Hey, Eleni is back in our party and she is wounded. That's not great, but we can quickly rest a little bit. And I think we will end this episode here then. We have some stuff we can throw away before we leave. Yeah. And yeah, I'll just do that between the episodes, I guess. And then see you all again next time. Goodbye.